Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful 80-degree day. We are at the auction, and this is going to be quite an interesting video. We're going to spend some time here. I blocked off my entire day, so we'll spend some hours here just kind of going through. I've got a whole list of, this one's kind of cool here, and we'll hop inside that. But we've got a lot of Toyotas, so if you like Toyotas, if you like Lexus, we're going to check out some interesting cars here at the auction. Primarily, this video is going to be focused on how to inspect and how to buy a used car. Auctions are just like used car enterprise. These cars, a lot of these are the same as if you buy them from a private party, but maybe that person traded the car in and bought something new. Maybe they don't want to deal with selling privately, like this one here, this 4Runner. It's rough, you know, it's rusty. And what's someone going to do with this thing? Are they going to send it to a junkyard? No, I don't think so, because it's a decent car. Got a lot of keys. Smells good inside, you know, you can clean this up, but it's like, what does something like this go for? How do you really inspect it so you know what you're in for? Let's see, how's this tailgate look? Yeah, you can hear rust in there, but this isn't all rotted out here. And really, you know, go from top to bottom. We'll look at the mechanicals, the inside, the outside, the engine, and determine how much to pay for this, essentially. So if you're looking for a used car, you want some tips on how to inspect things. Like here, you would know that this is a PPF. This is like a clear film bra that protects the front of the hood. And we'll just go into some tips and tricks on specifically what I look for. You know, since I'm a dealer, am I going to make money on this car if I buy it for X amount? How much are the repair part numbers? You know, is stuff still available? So stay tuned. We got a lot of cool stuff coming in, and newer stuff, because a lot of times I look at older stuff only, but there's some new stuff in here I'm interested in taking a look at. So something like this, like 2015 Tacoma, almost 200,000 miles, you know, that's still a solid truck. I'm looking at a Toyota T100. Unfortunately, this one spent most of its life in the Midwest, so it's totally rotted out, but there's still some good parts on here. The engine and trans only have 150,000 miles. A typical Toyota fashion, we've got a fuel leak at the tank, and our frame is not good. Rockers are gone. It's pretty bad, guys. You know, the interior is complete. It would be a really nice truck, but someone just traded in for a new one, and this is where we're at. So what is this worth? A couple $100? I mean, somebody's gonna buy it. It's at the auction. It's probably gonna be me competing with a junkyard because that's the only other person that I think would buy this. But Toyota truck lovers, what do you think? Is this savable? Is this good for parts? Would you even pass on this? Would you buy it, bid on it? What do you think? First up here, we have a 2005 Lexus SC430. So this one doesn't look too bad. Let's just check right away. Oh yeah, this one, look at this. Way better. From what you can see, it's not rotted out at all like that last one. By the way, that last one is now listed for $13,000. It smells a little weird in here, like wood. It's not like smoky or anything, but it's just kind of odd. And ooh, we get to try our jump pack. So this is a first car. What do you do when the battery's dead in an auction or even a used car? You know, if someone's selling a used car and battery's dead, they don't know how to charge it, they can't charge it, whatever. Let's grab our jump pack, and then I'll meet you in the hood area. So the hood popped. Luckily the struts are good here, so that tells you, that's a good sign that the car was taken care of, or it has relatively lower mileage. SCs have this black engine cover. The LSs have a gray one or silver. We've got our Gulu super safe car jump starter. So first thing I want to do, I want to check, make sure the coolant is up to level, which it's not. It's kind of way down here, and it should be all the way up here. It does have red coolant, so that is the Toyota proper coolant. That's fine. I check and make sure this little nipple sometimes cracks off easily if the radiator is older, the car is older, but everything's looking good here. So what we're going to do, and this, by the way, you can find this, I have a link for my Amazon affiliate link in there in the description. This was only 90 bucks, and that's a pretty good deal for what it is. Usually they're quite a bit more. Basically very easy. There's a port that says jumper cable, plug it in, and it says correct, and then you got your power here. I think that's all I have to do on this. This is the first time I've ever used it, so we'll see. So basically red to red, black to black, and then you're good to go. This should, boom, turns everything on, and we can now start the car. So, like I said, things I'm looking for on the inside, any kind of smells, the radio turns on. If the factory floor mats are here, you know, what condition are they in? This still has, I don't know if this is factory film or aftermarket carpet protection film. That can't be factory. So this floor mat's kind of rough, and it looks like it's missing one of them, unless it's somewhere else. And my thing died. So I think you only get a limited amount of time before this thing automatically shuts off. It's like a safety feature, so we will hit boost again and get the car started right away, and then go into the rest of the inspection process. Perfect. Exhaust sounds a little bit loud. I don't know if that's, we'll check that, see if it's aftermarket or something. But AC, you want to make sure the AC always works, because that's a pain in the butt if it doesn't. 85,000 miles, so that's good. That's low mileage for an 05. And this just shut off. I don't know why. It's kind of flickering. Wonder if the battery's like dead. Charge in a second. Thank you, Gulu, for your excellent work. All right. Oh. So we're back. Want to make sure, obviously, check engine light is not on, no lights are on. Sometimes it takes a while if the battery's dead. It does sound good. It has to have aftermarket mufflers on here or something. So it has an aftermarket navigation radio thing here, which isn't a bad thing because these are kind of a pain in the butt to upgrade. So that's nice, it has that. This is the factory one, doesn't work anymore. This does have a door, or used to have a door, that comes down. So it looks like that is just not working at all anymore. So that's something that you might have to fix just to get this functioning again, and, you know, close it off, because you don't want to stare at a blank navigation forever. It's always good to see the owner's manual in there, any kind of old service history. The dash is good, it's not sticky, it's not cracked. So overall, this is looking like a pretty decent car. And the 05, actually I think it's 06 to 09 are kind of the better version. The 02, 03, 04 is kind of like eh. But this is looking okay. So headlights, you want to make sure the HIDs work. I can see in the reflection of the car in front that they do. Yeah, overall pretty good. Now the most important part, the convertible top on the SC. Does that work? It does not. So your convertible top does not work. That is usually something simple, but again, you need Toyota TechStream or some kind of diagnostic launch tool or icon or Autel to plug in and then access something as deep as like the roof, convertible roof computers, because this isn't going to show up on the regular OBD scanner. But this isn't something you should worry about too much, because typically with that, I've been seeing it a lot more, and it looks like the trunk button doesn't work either, so we can't even get into the trunk. So that's kind of not good. But typically you can pop this, and then there's something somewhere that's just not functioning or broken, as far as like a sensor, or sometimes the arms, the paddles get bent, or the motor for the luggage parcel, the luggage top goes bad. So, you know, it's an SC, it is a convertible, and that's kind of why the reason you're buying it. And oh yeah, here's, so we have no factory mufflers are gone. It's just like basically a straight pipe. Exhaust is a little bit rusty, but for where it is, And the left strut back there looks like it's leaking, it's wet. So yeah, how much? That's kind of the question of the day. This is fun. Look at this antenna. That's the longest antenna I've ever seen. You know, something like this I would bid probably like, and then again you've got a non-factory windshield. That's not great either. So I'm gonna tell you right now, somebody's probably gonna pay $6,000 to $9,000 for this. That's my guess, because the last one went for $55,000. This one has half the mileage, so I'm guessing this is gonna get bid up to like 6, 7, 8. That's my guess. I mean, I would pay like 35, maybe 4 max. But someone's gonna list this, they're gonna flip it, or at least try to flip it for probably, I don't know, 12 to 15. And that leads us with the white Toyota Sequoia 2006. Rust. Interior smells a little pukey, if that makes sense. It's got some kind of like weird animal smell, or like a mild pukey smell. It's not smoke, so I think, you know, it can be fixed. Same thing here. I mean, rust isn't too bad on this one in the engine bay. This one I know was a Florida car originally for at least, I don't know, 5-10 years, and then it made its way up here. Tires are okay, but again, like, you know, this is what you're looking at. Surface rust on the frame, struts are toast, step things, side steps are, there's, you know, a ton of rust forming under here, under the rockers. This doesn't look too bad of all the cars we've seen, but you know, the exhaust is probably leaking right there, and this all looks okay. But for a nice, you know, Sequoia beater, this is it. This is it. This is what you get. Definitely some kind of animal was in here. I don't know. I mean, what am I gonna do with this is really what it comes down to. A lot of used cars dealers will buy something like this for $3,000, and then you'll see it on the lot for $6,995 or whatever they mark it up to. But it's got the captain's chairs ish in the second row, the console, the headlights there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I'll put in some bids and we'll see what happens. Maybe we can score one of these for under 1,000. That's kind of the goal. It's got under 200K, 194. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I do what I can here, you know. Looks like something nibbled the side of the seat. I don't know how else that would get all messed up like that. Start her up. Got the nice LED gauge cluster, limited trim or whatever on these. Even got the factory Toyota nav on a 06, which is interesting. Height control, that is not working. If you hold it, if you push the button, it just goes back to N. So there's definitely something wrong with the height control. Heated seats, let's see if those work. See if the AC work. Yes, it does. Give her a quick drive here, right next to this pole, I gotta remember. Yeah, AC is ice cold. Again, never driven a Sequoia. Yeah, it's just, you know, might need brakes, you need just basic stuff, but if you need a car just to get around, here you go. Oh, it's got the classic exhaust manifold tick. But it's like, where else do these cars go? You know, do they go to, they're not going to go straight to the junkyard. You know, you're probably looking at a couple thousand in maintenance or whatever. There's your exhaust when you hear it. Is it the downpipe? Is it the header? But it's unfortunate that cars like this come to a demise and end up at the auction. Alright guys, look at this darling right here. We've got a 1990 Lexus LS400. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll see, ooh, I already see something I like. Oh, this is nice. You'll see a lot of these in junkyards that really shouldn't be in junkyards. I mean, great body, great interior, and they're scrapped. So this one, I don't know if this is a one owner. I'll have to check, but from the looks of it, this poor soul went to Kia and they traded in their 176,000 mile Lexus for a new Kia. So they took it on trade-in. They probably paid the guy, I don't know, 200 bucks or something ridiculous. And this one's got a tow hitch even, which is handy for some people. The body does not look too bad. Original exhaust. Yeah, this one, so you can tell this one was taken care of from what they could do. The problem obviously is your rust here, and then this rocker is totally gone. So, you know, that's it. But look at this cloth interior. How often do you see a cloth interior LS400? Looks like you got some service records, a lot of them. Oh, we're gonna look at these. I can just picture like some old guy driving this from the start, because you can tell, you just get this vibe that this car was, you know, he bought it new from the dealer and that was it. Got all your information here. You've got a some kind of a credit card here, or roadside assistance. So it's got his name and boss there, Mr. Ronald. It's got the VIN on there. Look at this. Look at what Lexus used to do back in the day. You still get these or no? Is this a thing on new Lexuses? Let me know. So you got that. This is just exciting. I don't like the seat. The seat feels like there's something wrong with it. It's like really springy. I don't know. Maybe that's normal. But yeah, look at this. Cloth interior, no heat, no heated seats, nothing. The seat is just kind of wrecked though. Power cloth seats. Look at this. It's got manual in and out. I think that's in and out. It's stuck. Manual in and out adjustment, and then you have auto up and down. So that's kind of an odd feature on these. Some of these got that. We've got, I don't know what this is, some kind of alarm. All right, anyways, 2 keys. We have a button key. Let's see if that works. Very important. The battery looks dead though. You've got the factory key that locks the remote. Oh my God. Oh yeah, exhaust is gone. Oh yeah, the tilt doesn't work, or the up down doesn't work. The exhaust is done. The gauge cluster is in dire need of repair. This is no good. This is no good. But you got 176,000. Let's see if the AC works. The screen doesn't work. That's not a big deal. That can be fixed. Let's just make sure this gets ice cold. If it doesn't, we have problems. Radio does not work. Let's check and see and make sure the AC works. This is coming out a little bit here. I can tell you right now, like 500 bucks would be kind of it on this. The motor sounds good. We got green coolant. I think this is supposed to be red coolant. I don't know what that is. Timing belt, you know, there's no sticker anywhere. Hood struts are good. They're definitely replaced. But exhaust, man. Yeah, that's expensive to fix that. That downpipe is not cheap to fabricate. I don't think the AC is working. It's not very cold if it is. I can hear it. I can hear the valves in back, like the expansion valve. Maybe it's just low. I mean, it's not too bad. Should we drive this thing? Yeah, let's drive this thing. All right, now we gotta remember where this is parked. We've got a Silverado, express van, and a red Kia. Yeah, this kind of sucks, because, I mean, oh wait, nope. You can hear the motor working. It just doesn't do anything. So this is kind of obnoxious that the wheel's so high. I don't think the AC is working. All right, here we go. Yeah, 500 bucks. I mean, I could see someone bidding this up to like 900, 1,000, because I don't know why, but you know, they just do it. I don't know if like a junkyard wants this thing really bad, or who would be buying this thing, because this thing probably needs 2 to 3 grand in work to get it like good again. But let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I mean, as expected, you know, transmission, everything is fine. Everything is just smooth, shifts fine, can't feel it shifting. So it's just unfortunate. The guy, hypothetically, like, you put this on Marketplace, people are gonna offer you like nothing for this in this condition. So you trade it in, you know, you get a new car and then get something for this back, and that's it. But I don't know what I would do with this. Maybe make 100 bucks or something on it. I mean, there's just really there's no margin in anything like this. This is just more or less for nostalgia and trying to save a Lexus, older Lexus, and get it back on the road and kind of put some money into it. Obviously you want to check to see if there's any leaking fluids, you know, where this was parked before. Is there any fluid leaking, oil pans, gasket, or valve cover gaskets or whatever? But let me just realign this thing. Yeah, the AC is definitely also not working, so that's another significant repair for O-rings or recharge or whatever it might need, unfortunately. I'm gonna take a look in the trunk just to see how I did. Yeah, totally clean, perfect trunk. It's just unfortunate that, you know, things rot and decay and this is what you're left with. But that's the name of the game. So I'm gonna take a look at this paperwork. This is another tip, used car tip. If the owners have any old paperwork, I mean, that is just priceless as far as maintenance goes, history, anything that was replaced, repaired. And it looks like, you know, Lexus battery, a lot of stuff in here. Calipers are tight due to sitting. Just a lot of service history. I mean, this is a great example. Replace, ooh, wow, okay. So we've got replace power steering rack lines and outer tie rod. So they had new power steering. We got an alignment here, fluid leaking, a lot of recommendations. When was the last time about replaced? So this was in 17. Now we're going back to 15. This leaking. We got a Sears quote here from when Sears had auto centers. Slow crank, battery stuff, O2 sensor. Man, this is cool. Alternator was done at some point. I don't know. I mean, I can't spend too much time on here. You even got stuff going back to 1991. You have original, look at this, service docs from the Lexus dealer in 1991. 15,000 mile service. Back when it was printed on like dot matrix paper. Oil change. You know, all sorts of stuff here. So it's good, but it doesn't really do much to raise the value of the car. So that leaves the question, what do you do with it? You know, people might want to buy the motor, the trans, the interior. Someone might want a nice cloth interior, nice dashboard. And then if you buy this thing for $1,000, you know, you've got to get $1,000 in parts back and then scrap what's left. Maybe get a couple $100 there. But think about how much work that is. That's a lot of work. So I don't know, $500. That's my bid on this. We'll see if we get it. Here's another one I was pretty excited to see today. We've got a lovely Lexus LC. These are pretty attractive cars. So you got aftermarket exhaust here, titanium tips or whatever. I don't think those are stock because there's a logo on there. Now this one was definitely a repo. So you've got this trim that's out. And it doesn't say on here, but I know this was like a repossession. So yeah. Oh, right here, Guardian Professional Services. It's got 64,000 and it's a 2018. So let's see what we got. We've got wheels that are pretty hammered. This bumper is missing some clips. What else we got here? I just got my steps in for the day already at 8 a.m. That's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, it smells like, I don't even know. I cannot describe the smell. It's like, yeah, well, look at this. That seat is just, something spilled on here. I'm scared to get close, but it smells like, okay, you know that stuff you used to put in bathtubs? That soap? It kind of smells like that. So I don't know if some kind of oil spilled here, essential oil, some kind of bath oil, but that's unfortunate. I don't think that's coming out. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, I gotta get my backpack off. This one I'm definitely gonna go drive on the track because I have never driven one of these. Listen to that. That is what I'm talking about. That is a healthy sounding motor. Now, unfortunately, you might see that seat and be like, that thing ain't worth anything. But like the last ones, hood struts are toast already. It's got some kind of aftermarket intake. Coolant looks good. Engine sounds nice. That's fine. Let's scan this puppy. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, Lexus LC500. So, 50 grand is basically what you're looking at right here. $48,000. Now, would you pay $48,000 for a repoed LC with cracked front bumper? The seat has to be, I don't know how much these are, 5 grand a piece at least, new. If you had to replace that, I mean, you're never gonna find a single used seat. So I don't really know what you would do. You can't get that out. I mean, well, there's nothing. All right, so we got a Lexus OEM windshield. That's good. I mean, there's no way I'd pay $40-some thousand for this car, FYI. This trackpad, okay, so it functions in reverse, I guess. So if you scroll right, it goes left. So that's kind of odd. Well, anyways, I'm gonna drive this over the track and then, oh yeah, listen to that thing. Listen to that thing. All right, let's go to the track. All right, test track time. Up to 45 miles an hour is good and legal. This thing drives fine. Just got a major problem with the interior. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to drive around, daily driver or something. I don't know, not 48 grand though. All right, suspension, front suspension's clicking and clacking, so I don't know if this suffers the same issues as the LS with the control arms and whatnot. But what would you guys pay for this thing or bid on? This Lexus LC, I might need, I don't know, 10 grand worth of work. Let me know. And are you ready for this? Here we are. Look at this thing. This is a 1997 Toyota RAV4. You might be thinking 263,000 miles. Someone took their beloved RAV4 to Dodge dealership, got a new caliber or something. This one has a value of 100. Yes, you've seen it here. The most this is really worth is $100. But let's continue. It's a manual. Got a manual transmission RAV4 here. That is awesome. It sucks it's not a two-door. Those are the really cool ones, but I am digging this. It's got a PPG windshield that looks good. I think this, honestly, this is the best car here. Mark my words. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you think. But yeah, I'm excited. It smells like a 90s Honda or Toyota, obviously, because it is a Toyota. Well, let's take a look here. Yeah, it's got this. This is a problem here, but for a fun, you know, car to just mess around with, it's got the factory freaking hardcover. It's got some floor mats. It's got some aftermarket pouches here. Okay, this is not good either. Looks like someone tried to repair this, but it's like completely rotting away here. Oh Jesus, oh boy, look at this. Well, it's getting worse, guys. The rear end's leaking a little bit, rotted out here. Oh man, the control arm, that right rear is rotted. Oh boy. Well, my hopes have been dashed. It's got a factory roof rack, Toyota roof rack. Take a look at the engine, and of course we're gonna drive it. So this is it. This is where it's at, guys. This is the life. You know, finding these old Toyotas and these old cars that you remember from the 90s. And we've got like, oh yeah, listen to that. quality. 4-cylinder power. Feels like it's falling on its face around 4,000 RPM. There's some clunking up front. Other than that, I mean, you know, would you rather see this in a junkyard or in your driveway for a couple $100? But it'd be interesting to see how much this goes for. It's a 4-wheel drive or diff lock or whatever. Is this all-wheel part-time or something? It's got to be 4-wheel. Center diff lock. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, this is it. Like, what do you do? Nobody's gonna buy this for, you know, anything more than you paid. You'd be lucky to get $1,000 for this on the used market. But final thoughts coming up. So that about wraps it up. You know, that's the end of this auction video. I hope you guys learned some things. You know, what would you pay for some of these cars? Do we focus on older stuff? Do we focus on newer stuff? I mean, you know, when somebody, oh geez, this is all, rockers are gone up here too. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I could see this just ending up in a junkyard. Junkyards, a lot of times, I think they bid on cars in auction and send them, just part them out. But I don't know. It would just sit for me. I mean, I have space for it, but really, what am I going to do with this thing? So there's a fine balance between picking something that's going to last, picking something that's going to be more work than it needs to be. I mean, there's no way it's going to be worth restoring this. What are your thoughts? What do you think? On all the cars we've seen, what's your favorite? What do you think would make the most money? Thanks for watching. Take care. Please like, subscribe, click the bell. That'll just bring more videos, more content. If you want to see any specific makes or models, I can look at other makes and models, but you know, I like Toyota, Lexus. That's kind of what I focus on, and I've already been here 3 hours, so it's a decent chunk of the day just walking around and driving old cars to get a pulse on the market and see kind of the direction that everything's going. Still gonna stick with the LS430s and then the JDM stuff. That's coming soon. Till then, take care.